Who's scoring big in the NBA this season? You are. With all the new ways to get in on the action of DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, from Monster Slams to dishing the rock to cleaning the glass, get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA player props.
Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking how many points your favorite player will have. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. The Lakers are heating up, man. Definitely keeping an eye on Luka prop bets. Is this your first time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly.
Take it to the rack with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
All right.
So we'll talk about it after the pod.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Podcast Network. It's Sunday, February 16th, and we're going to make fun of the All-Star Game weekend for like at least 45 minutes, and then we're going to do Dookie Butt of the Week. That's the agenda. That's the whole agenda for the night. As always, Jenkins and Jones, hosted by Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, have a good.
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's that, Bubbas?
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
We're produced as
Mr.
always.
Mikael. I just had to get it in. I'm sorry. It was on my heart. It was on my spirit.
By the equally lovely and equally talented Josh Rodriguez and Jackson Saffron.
How you doing? How you doing?
Someone asked me how bad the All-Star Game weekend was.
How bad was All-Star Weekend?
The All-Star Game weekend was so bad that John and Tyler are both wearing baseball hats. That's how fucking bad it was. It's spring training. That's how bad the All-Star Game was.
Pitchers and catchers reporting.
All right, a lot of chitter chatter. I don't think we could not possibly talk more shit on the All-Star Game than the broadcast of the All-Star Game talked on itself. First of all, Tyler, what are your first thoughts from the whole weekend? And do you think it was a mistake for TNT to have Draymond Green go on their airwaves and shit talk the All-Star Game all night long?
I was legitimately shocked at Draymond, dog. Like, I could understand if he wasn't a fan of the format, but he made that like bro, I would have if you know, we know that Draymond's a straight shooter, right? I wouldn't have expected him to lie to us, but I would if he wasn't a fan of the format, I would have expected him to mention that and then be like, okay, but you know, I'm here. Let's see how it plays out. No, that motherfucker stuck his flag in that hill that this shit sucks. Like every time he commented on it, he just doubled down on how terrible it was, which was so wild to me. Like they asked him on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, how would he rate the game he just watched, and he said a 0. Like, bro, the NBA is paying you, and you are saying this about them. That shit was so wild to me, dog. But look, man, I'm just come to terms that the All-Star Weekend is never going to be incredible again. It's just going to be cool at most, right? And I thought this was a cool little All-Star Weekend at most. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool because here's what we say we want in the All-Star Game, right? We say we want guys to care and we want the games to be competitive, right? And we got that. Guys were playing hard and we got competitive games with the new format, right? So it's like I said, I think so much of the All-Star Game criticism is rooted in nostalgia. The All-Star Weekend is never going to be as cool as it was when fucking MJ and Shaq and Kobe were there together and shit like that, bro. Like,
Nigga,
those
it
days
was cool
are
in
gone.
2020 though.
2020?
It was just cool. 2020. The dunk contest was great. The fucking All-Star Game was incredible. Chicago was a great All-Star Game, All-Star Weekend by all accounts. We don't have to go
but
back
at that
to
point, it was one good year in a like to Tyler's point. The 5 years before and the 5 years since weren't. And I think we'll still get that. We'll still get one good one every 20 years or something.
But it doesn't have to be that if these niggas come with the same approach they came with that same weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys were in the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? They were competing in the All-Star Game. You know what I mean? The Elam inning was interesting. Like, it can, if you bring that same energy, it doesn't have to be what it's been. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to.
I think a big reason why All-Star Game doesn't hit the same for us is because when we were kids, a big draw of All-Star game was I'm going to see guys here who are some of my favorite players who I only see a few times a year. You know what I'm saying? Who I have to wait until the playoffs maybe to see. Like if you were a Gary Payton and Sean Kemp fan in fucking Virginia in 1996, you saw those dudes during the playoffs and that was it. You know what I mean? An All-Star weekend as well, right? So I like I said, bro, I think that we're fighting nostalgia here. You're never going to win fighting nostalgia. All-Star weekend is just never going to be what it was. And like I said, the most you can hope is that you get a competitive game where guys cared, and we got that tonight.
I just don't. I'm not trying to fight nostalgia because I'm not even trying to get it to compare to like, Jordan in the fucking turquoise San Antonio All-Star jersey. I'm just not. I'd be silly to try to fucking compare it to those years. You know what I mean? Kobe versus MJ. You know what I mean? The passing of the guard.
There's only 9 celebrities on Earth at that point, and
for,
4 of them
for
are
sure,
in the All-Star
for sure,
game,
for
right?
sure. I'm comparing it to 2020, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Where there was guys in there that were dunking. You feel me? That was a great dunk contest. You know what I mean? And then McClung, incredible at what he does. Who gives a fuck about him? He's a G leaguer. And I'm not trying to shit on the man. Great at that. We're not trying to get fucking regular ass niggas that I see fucking, a dime a dozen ass niggas to be in the dunk contest. If we want to do that, go get the and one niggas that be jumping 50-inch fucking verts too, and then have all them doing it. That's not what we're looking for. Also, we're here for the all-stars. And there's not all-stars in that shit. The best thing about it is the 3-point contest. Nigga, I'm not turning on my TV for 3-point contest. I'm sorry, bro. You feel me? I'm just not gonna do that type shit. You feel me? So I'm looking at 2020 when it was, let's just get, if we can get 2020 consistently, I'd be cool with it. But like, this is the game that I love. It's my favorite art form on the fucking planet. And when all the fucking all-stars get together, I don't give a fuck. There is a real problem here, dog. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not looking for nostalgia. I'm looking for like, go ahead.
I think the problem with it is what you said, where you say you don't give a fuck. The problem is they do not project an aura of giving a fuck. Steph does not do the 3-point contest in his home gym in what is almost certainly the last time he's going to have an all-star game there. Bron waited until the pregame press conference to say, I don't got it tonight. Ant did the same thing.
He came out to get a fit off, though. I respect the fit.
But like they were talking about, you could see all his teammates were annoyed as fuck. He's in the photo in street clothes. Giannis didn't play tonight and at least put the jersey on for the photo.
Yeah, somebody said it looked like I think it was Trayvon. Said it looked like he didn't like his grades was fucked up. You know what I mean? He wasn't clear to, you know what I mean? He wasn't clear to play.
He's waiting for his transfer paperwork to clear, bro.
But that's exactly what I said to myself when I was gonna turn on and watch the All-Star, like this game. I didn't watch the final game, but I was like, okay, let me turn on Saturday. I'm like, why do I give a fuck about something that they don't give a fuck about? I literally asked myself that question. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, gee, I just feel like, yes, it's not going to be as good as it was when we were kids. I don't think anything is going to be as good as it was when I was a kid. I don't expect it to be. Everything felt brand new. It'd be silly for me to approach anything in life that way. I'm trying to get it to be what it was 5 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all I'm expecting. Just like people caring. And I mean, hey, y'all said they did, that last game was kind of whack to me. It didn't look like a lot of people cared to me.
It was so much better than last year, though.
Okay. Yeah. But last year was literally the worst shit I've ever seen from an All-Star game.
I agree.
So much better than that is like not difficult. You know what I mean? But anyway, hey, like I said, we'll see. It might never be that, and we might get that every so often. But I'm just not going to tune in. I'm not going to waste my fucking time. I don't have time to waste. I got little babies in front of me whose hands are getting bigger by the fucking second. You know what I mean? I refuse to waste a single time on some shit that these niggas don't even give a fuck about. That's where I'm at with it.
I mean, look, I'll say this. They made big steps because I was invested in outcomes tonight. Like I was actually rooting against I was actually rooting against the rising stars because I wanted the OGs and the foreigners in the title game. I did not want to see the rising stars and the foreigners. No,
I was rooting for the rising stars to shut Draymond's ass up. If Draymond was doing a pro wrestling bit, it worked on me because I was like, shut this motherfucker up.
I didn't even keep that angle. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted the OGs, versus the foreigners. I for sure wanted that. I found myself rooting in the outcomes of games. I was rooting. I was like rooting for the whole bracket of who I wanted to see advance. I was invested tonight, bro. Half-assed and invested, but I was way more invested than I've been invested in All-Star games in the past.
I do think that the effort put in by Dame and co and Steph and co in the last 2 minutes of that game against the Rising Stars was more effort than was put in the entire All-Star game last year. And so that is worth something. And I also think LeBron and Ant deserve all of the criticism for pulling out of the game the way that they did. That's a horrible move by both of them. But it's like, maybe this is just me copping out, but it's like the game is going to suffer when 3 of the 10 most exciting players in the league are not in the game because they're hurt. Like that's not the game's fault.
Can I pop the seal?
Or are they actually hurt?
I know. No, they deserve the criticism. Giannis is hurt probably, but they deserve the criticism for sure. But it's just like it's just sort of an.
Can I pop the seal on the can of Republican roundball takes that I think we all kind of share to some extent? I just Ant goes on TNT the day before. They ask him about being the face of the league, and he goes, "I don't want to do that shit." Yeah. That's not appealing at all to me. That's what they got Wemby for. Wemby could be the face of the league. Yeah. I understand and do genuinely sympathize with athletes as human beings and the pressures of that type of thing. We just burned the whole country's federal government to the ground because people feel like they're too broke. No one wants to hear that the $500 million that comes with being the face of the NBA is not fun enough for me to do it. I don't want to do it. No one wants, I don't as a fan want that argument. We've been talking about women's basketball. Everything women's basketball does right now is based on pride and competing and shit talking and the stuff that we like about the sport.
Zero cool. The thing is these fucking dudes, they're too fucking cool, bro. And I feel like when cool is the goal, that's when you fuck up. The girl, bro, what's her name? Stewie got in there and lost to 1-8.
She got smacked
by Boston. You know what I'm saying? Dude, she got in there and played it. You know what I'm saying? This one-on-one shit. This ain't about being cool. This is about I'm gonna get this bread. I'm gonna embarrass a motherfucker in front of me. This is about motherfuckers having pride and wanting to fucking compete. And in turn, it becomes cool. You know what I mean? In turn, it becomes dope.
The pride makes it cool.
But, and I'm not saying this.
And there's something to lose. And they're not scared of the shit. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying this to suggest that it's good that women's basketball players do not make as much money as men's basketball players. But I do think that that's a big part of it is that they're talking on the broadcast about the winning team gets $750,000. Quote, that's chump change to most of these guys. No one wants to turn their TV on and hear that shit right now, dog. Bro, no one is sitting there going oh, of course, $750,000 not enough to get these guys to play basketball hard for a half hour. Of course, we all relate to that.
They're fucking rationing eggs because they're $9 a fucking dozen. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, but I
told Sean to put $10 of gas in the fucking tank today, bro. You know what I mean?
I just don't for me, when I'm looking at basketball and what makes it beautiful is the competition. And when too much cool gets involved in anything, I'm just not into it no more. And I think there's a lot of cool in the NBA, and to me, it's just nigga, at some point, I prefer more KD. Don't brush your hair, get out here and get buckets and think motherfuckers ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? Don't give a fuck about a fucking fit before the game. You wearing the same Jordan 1s you wore 3 years ago, nigga, because I don't give a fuck about that. I'm in here trying to get buckets. Now I'm trying to be the best motherfucker I could be out here. I miss that type of shit. And to see Stewie get out there and play one-on-one, and she got cooked. But that's that's one of the best, if not the best player in the league. It's not the best player in the league, you know what I'm saying?
But she's top three
best players in the league. You feel me? And she's risking it all. out there playing in a one-on-one when she doesn't have to do that type of shit.
And no one thinks it's a bad mark on her legacy because she lost.
Nobody.
That's what I feel like the players are afraid of. But what's interesting is I saw a clip of Rachel Nichols in the tunnel today asking Kyrie, the unrivaled one-on-one was really sick. Would you want to do that in the NBA? And his answer was interesting to me. He said something along the lines of, because Rachel was like, is it a pride issue, whatever? And Kyrie was like, not a pride issue. He's like, I think what we need to change though is the way that it's talked about. He's like, one-on-one is different than 5-on-5, and people need to like respect the grace and the sanctity of the game. Which I was like, okay, Kyrie, sure. Like we get it. You're a basketball purist guy. But also he was like, they're kind of shit talking the game a little bit. He was like not saying it so much. He didn't want to like say it, but he was like, they're kind of shit talking it. Why do we want to go out there and compete if they're just going to shit talk it? Bro, and I was like, I didn't know that players cared about what the broadcast and the way the media talk about everything like that.
Okay. Listen, bro, it's like we've discussed before. The nerds on NBA Twitter dictate so much with the NBA and how those dudes move, bro. They are so afraid of being laughing stocks on the internet, and it's something that's holding this league back, bro. And I don't know if we're ever going to get past that, man.
The last hope for it, and let's talk about it because John brought this up before. The last hope for it, in my opinion, is Victor Wembanyama. And I think, John, you were feeling like maybe some of the shit he's been doing is like a little try-hardy. But I think to peel the can of Republican round ball takes a little further open, we need a little fucking try-hard, bro. Like you said, like
it's somebody to care.
This shit's about competing. Like whether you're an old man at the YMCA playing another old man, or you're a 15-year-old phenom playing an 18-year-old phenom. Like it's about competing. And Wemby being like, I don't give a fuck if I look stupid. I don't give a fuck if I get dunked on trying to block someone. Like, I'm going to play. He was trying to guard dudes. He probably shouldn't even try to guard at the 3-point line in the game. Like, he was playing hard and he was blocking shots too. And dudes were pulling away from layups because they were worried about getting their shit thrown into the second level by Wemby. So I appreciate that young man. I appreciate him saying this has nothing to do with money for me. This is about pride. I'm disappointed to see that not everyone takes this shit as serious as I do. You know, I'm coming out here and playing like that. All that being said, none of what I just said applies to his performance in the skills competition.
Listen,
do y'all remember when hoopers thought they were better people than other people? When a nigga in the stands would say something, they'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up, you in the stands, nigga. I'm in here motherfucking playing. Bring that back. It is disheartening.
KD do that about 8 times a season.
And we need that. We need that. But I'm just saying, like, KD don't give a this is the thing. Back in the day, if a motherfucking nerd tried to say shit about a nigga that was hooping, bitch, if you don't shut your motherfucking goofy ass the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you got to say about me. Bring that back. Please, if that's what's going to get these motherfuckers out here really hooping again, trying not to be cool, like you said, for these motherfucking people online, who gives a fuck if I'm talking shit about you hooping? Bitch? Nigga, you would cook me 1,000-1. I couldn't get a single bucket on your ass. Who gives a fuck if I'm saying whatever the fuck I'm saying on the sideline, nigga? I want a nigga to do that to me, nigga. Who gives a fuck about LeJethro Jenkins? That nigga can't make a fucking right-handed layup. He has one fucking knee. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's fucking true. You know what I mean? Nigga, stop. I just wish that niggas would get back to that shit when they thought they was better than the nigga. You are better than me, nigga. Okay? But nigga, you better than me, nigga. I'm rationing eggs. You feel me? Okay? Remember that shit. Gives a fuck what I think. Get out here and compete. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be cool to me. Dog, you know what I'm saying? I just hate that shit. I just hate it. It truly bothers me that these niggas give a fuck so much about people say online. Like, can you imagine a motherfucker like one-on-one? If you are the nigga that beat everybody one-on-one, yeah, it's a different game than basketball, but the amount of nuts you would drag through the L, you know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck if a nigga clown you? Nigga, if you get the chance to be the best one-on-one player, yeah, you good all this cool shit, but you need a screen, bitch, because one-on-one, I drag my dick all through your face. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's come on. I think that shit would mean something. That should mean something. And the fact that being cool is preventing people from caring about that is so weird. And I'm watching it in the women's game, and it was fun. It was great competition. It was fun. It was interesting. Even this 3-on-3 shit, it's fun, it's interesting, it's very different from 5-on-5. But what we're seeing over there is not cool. People caring about cool. They're caring about competing and trying different things, and it's interesting. I don't see that in the men's side. That's just how I feel.
Tyler, what did you think of the Wemby Chris Paul workaround that they attempted in the skills contest?
No, I felt so Republican with the takes I had there. I was like, no, you cannot do that. When they did the shit when they went to the spot where they were supposed to shoot, but they said, fuck that, we're just gonna focus on getting a fast time and just totally just
did you see that, John? Shit. They just knocked the balls out of the rack. Like,
yeah.
And then they were disqualified, and then there was a scandal that like apparently Wemby had asked NBA executives and they had said, yes, that's an appropriate that's a legal strategy. But then they DQ'd him because they literally in the skills contest got to the rack of balls you're supposed to shoot and just knocked all three of them off the rack.
Bro, like I said, I had so many Republican takes. I was like, you are disrespecting the spirit of this competition. I was like, you are setting a bad precedent where if that's a viable strategy, like that section of the skills challenge becomes null and void, where everyone's gonna just say fuck that and do what y'all did. I was like, you are disrespecting the spirit of competition right now.
You golden ruled it. You golden ruled it. I didn't
like that shit at all, dog. And they deserve. And I was happy they got disqualified. I was happy the police won. Like, I was, yeah. They brought out the Republican in me with that shit, dog.
God damn, bro. That's not again. We're not in a great spot, bro. Okay, let's talk dunk contest. I understand what John's saying about Mac McClung. Mac McClung to me was the highlight of the whole weekend, by far. I'm with Tyler. I like the format of the Sunday games. We can talk about that in a minute. But I did think Mac McClung, there was heart in that. There was creativity in that. That was some and you could see his discomfort in the post, in the interview with, he's like, he does not want to be the slam dunk contest guy. He wants to be an NBA player and he's not. Mm-hmm. And so, but like you could see that desire and passion in him. And the shit he did was dope, bro. I mean, he's 6'2", making eye contact with the rim.
Shit, that shit nasty. The shit was nasty.
But it's like he also has the showmanship. The one that he did where he had his boy on the little hover thing, and he was spinning around in a circle like a rotisserie chicken, and he jumped over him and grabbed. Like, I loved all of that. Like, all that shit to me felt like being a kid watching the dunk contest. It was fun.
How does Vinny feel about it?
He loves Mac McClung. He thinks he thought his dunks were the coolest ever. Like he was like NBA straight up rooting for him. No, he gets that, but like
okay. I don't know. So, as a kid, I don't know if I would have got it. I mean, like,
yeah, for sure. No, but so to your point, it's not like he's going up against Stephon Castle. Like he's not.
Yeah.
You're not looking at him.
Stephon Castle had a good dunk contest.
He had a great dunk contest, but he's a rising star. I'm just saying, you're not looking at Mac McClung next to him. Like,
he certainly didn't have the showmanship that Mac had.
Yeah, right, for sure. But I like Mac's dunks. Are you happy with his story arc, Tyler? Are you glad to see the little guy get 3 straight championships?
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I think that Mac's performance was perhaps the highlight of All-Star Weekend, bro. 3 straight dunk contest championships. Listen, dog, Mac is that 6'2" white boy is up there with the gods of this dunk contest shit. He's up there with the MJs, with the Dominiques, with the Vinces, with the Zachs, with the Aaron Gordons. He's on that tier, bro. Like, he's an all-timer in that shit. But yeah, it's I mean, everyone's giving him shit like, he's a G leaguer. He's not even really a league dude. He's played like 8 minutes this season. I'm like, well, okay. I mean, Jaylen Brown went out there last season, stunk that shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
but to John's credit about the too cool shit, Jaylen was like, "Hey, bro, I went out here and I tried, man." You know what I'm saying? I respected Jaylen so much for that.
And that's how I feel about Mac too, because Mac could very easily have been like, "I'm not trying to do this shit again, bro. I'm gonna become the dunk contest guy. Like, I'm not, I'm trying to grind through the G League to get to the league." But I respect him being like, "No, fuck it. If that's what's available to me, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to worry about people making jokes about me on the fucking internet. I'm going to try my hardest. And if I'm going to compete in it, I'm trying to win the shit." Like, that's what we want from everyone participating in it. We just
want it from the guys.
And so the question I'll ask y'all, Ja tweeted out, Mac is going to make him want to dunk. Giannis quote tweeted and said, if you do it, I'll do it. It is in LA next year.
Zach was tweeting also.
So your thoughts, are we going to get a dunk contest with all-star basketball players?
Did Giannis might have
walked
it back or jokingly walked it or jokingly jested with it or having fun with it.
So it didn't even make it out the weekend.
Yeah, he said he was hacked.
Said maybe,
so someone asked him about his post with Ja about that. And he said he was hacked. But Giannis be clowning, so maybe he was just clowning there. I don't fucking know. But I don't know, bro. I just think we've seen so many, elite guys say they were gonna do it, LeBron James, and just never do that shit. So we shall see, man.
It seems like this happens every year after the dunk contest. Somebody says something and it just never comes.
Would y'all be excited for it? Like if they announce it's Bron, Giannis, and fucking Ja in the dunk contest, would that restore that feeling of like, I know where I'm at Saturday night?
Well, yeah, we needed Bron too. We needed 2011.
I'm just saying, are the names excite you to that extent?
Yes, for sure. And I don't want to listen. If I was Matt McClung, I'd do the exact same thing. If I was a 6'2" white dude if I was anything that had any type of bounce, and the type of athleticism he had, and they wanted me to do the dunk contest, I don't give a fuck if they pulled my ass from a fucking church league. I would have went 1,000 and did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing from him. It's just more like, for me, my issue is just my nigga, where is the pride and shit? And that's all. I know
you're not mad at him. You're mad
I'm not mad at him.
You're mad at everyone around him.
Yeah. It's the dog. This is All-Star weekend. You might have motherfuckers flying in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To see you, people buying crazy tickets. Y'all ain't even filling out the arena no more. As a motherfucker that works for this company, are you like, damn, that's kind of wild. You feel me? Like, I'm. That's how I would feel. I don't know.
But again, the guy that we're all excitedly saying could be the next face of the league goes on TNT and sits at the table and goes.
And that's the guy that's getting everybody excited too. And he's just like, I don't want that shit. Listen, bro, I completely get not wanting what comes with it. But you have there has to be some shit you just can't say. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And I was gonna say it's a complete pivot because he's said before he wanted to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like it's like he went from MJ to Charles Barkley on us with this shit, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? But
it's that extra kid, bro. That one extra kid.
Yeah. But I don't know. Bro. I don't know, bro. The Ant comments, I was like, wow. I was like, you know what? I mean, that's some honest self-awareness there that seems to be lacking in some aspects of your personal life, because you got a lot of shit going on with you, buddy. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate you shooting straight with us, but you need to work some shit out off the court because you are a wild boy. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I appreciated the honesty and the self-awareness there because I mean the fact is he's not going to be the face of the league, bro. He's just not. You know what I mean? We all know that, but like John said, there's some shit you just can't say, and Ant probably shouldn't have said that. But
there's no way to do this to require this, or maybe without a CBA fix. But I think to the point about it being All-Star Weekend, I think all three of the Skills Challenge events need to be at least 50% All-Stars. Doesn't need to be everyone needs to be an all-star. Yeah, that would be way too much to ask.
But to your point, if the skills contest was two random guys did the shit that Wemby and Chris Paul did, I would not have given a fuck. I would not have given two fucks. It's about the fact that it's people it's characters.
You need an all-star and then an all-star's teammate for the skills challenge. Easy fix. You've solved the skills challenge. The three-point contest, if 4 of the 8 are all-stars, when Dame and Steph are in it and they're all-stars, it's more interesting. Buddy Hield had a literal record-tying performance, and it was kind of like, that was cool, but I don't really care anymore. You need to have at least some all-stars in all of the Saturday night events. I don't even care if they suck, like Jaylen Brown. I cared last year, but now that we've seen an all-star suck, I'm over it. Who cares if they suck?
The dunk contest has to be a certain level of all-star.
You just have to try.
Dunk contest has to be all-stars.
Because we all got YouTube.
And they don't all need to be all-stars. Again, like,
McClung.
get
Yeah.
Amen
Keep
Thompson
Mac.
in there, as the chat is
Yeah.
saying. Like, you can be some all-stars and
For
some
sure.
rising
for
talent.
sure. Yes,
but you need
yes,
at
yes.
least a couple all-stars in there.
Yes.
So Jackson had his fix for the All-Star game that he talked about that I love, and
yeah.
I've seen more people talking about. My fix for the dunk contest, I had two options. Number one, Taylor Rooks is the only judge. Seems like that would work. Seems like that would work.
Somebody else.
The only judge, Taylor Rooks. 1 through 50.
Winner gets a one-on-one Taylor Rooks interview.
What do you think? Or number two, you just like resurrect David Stern to get the dudes in a room and say, listen, we will secretly lower the rims to 9'6". Like, you have to be in this shit. I'll give you $10 million. Like, whatever I need to give you, but we'll lower the rims. Stop being a fucking pussy. Stop being worried that you're going to be a billionaire that people occasionally bring up. You lost the dunk contest at some point in your fucking life, and just go dunk against each other. By the way, they literally do on the USA basketball team. Like that, you know what I mean? It's not like these dudes don't do this shit when they're hanging out in a gym. Just do it on national TV for money.
Dude, they run ones all the time, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, they run ones all the time. Spencer Dinwiddie talks about it, bro, all the time. I've never lost in ones to anybody. You feel me? Like, my G, like, I just feel like it's just so, for me, it's like y'all being rich so wrong. This is the wrong way to be rich. You know what I mean? We're like, you rich as fuck, you have all this influence, and you giving a fuck about what I say on the internet? Like, what I need a jokes, like, that's just so weird. Like, get your money, do your thing, and why would you give a fuck about a motherfucker talking shit about you on the internet? Nigga,
And
you know
also,
what I'm saying?
like, when we see videos of the Team USA ones, when was the last time even like general internet people were like, look at so-and-so getting cooked? No, it's usually, damn, Paul George is really good at one-on-one. Like, usually, you're only talking about the guy who wins. No one's like clowning the guy who loses to one of the best players in the league.
That's what I'm saying. If Giannis wins the dunk contest, no one's talking about, Ja lost the dunk contest. They're talking about Giannis won the dunk contest.
And nobody's questioning if Stewie's a great basketball player.
Right.
5-on-5 is different from ones. If you watch hoops, you know. 3-on-3 is different from 5-on-5 is different from ones. We know. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, nobody's questioning if what she's been is like Mike said, it didn't leave a mark on her legacy in any way. Like, what are you tripping off? For a night, you're gonna get a couple jokes. Who gives a fuck? You can afford to go egging.
You can gather enough eggs to fling them at your enemies. Yes.
If I was to go egging again, I would lose a check. I wouldn't be able to pay for my kids' daycare. What the fuck are you? Who cares? It's just
Tyler.
crazy.
I think I heard you say you and I are on the same page, at least about the. I do think they've hit on something with the format. I think it just needs to be. I actually have no problem with the Rising Stars being included. I know a lot of people made comments, including Draymond, about that. To me, that's like the punishment for the way last year was. Is like, no, this is going to be a little embarrassing for all of us because we have to. We have to like inject some shame or whatever. But what do you think of the format, and what do you think of that potential to be a way forward for the Sunday night game?
I love the format. I saw someone throw out there that an idea they had would be to scrap the Rising Stars thing and put a team of all-star snubs there. And those would be some hungry dudes. Yeah. I think that would have been a great idea because those dudes would have been hungry as hell. But yeah, I like I said, bro, All-Star Weekend is just going to be cool at most. It's not going to be amazing anymore. And I thought this All-Star Weekend was cool.
Jackson, do you for people who haven't seen the social clip, do you want to give your fix for the All-Star game?
Yes, my proposed fix for the All-Star game was that losing money to your friends is a lot more motivating than winning money when you're at that wealth level specifically. Like, yes, as the broadcasters are pointing it out,
insane gamblers.
What is 750,000? And like, that's annoying, but it's true. Right. So they're obviously not motivated by 750,000. But what if you were motivated by losing 50,000 or 100,000 or an amount that is manageable for these people of this wealth level? I'm not trying to bankrupt these people,
But I think you brought this up previously. If you're in an all-star game, there's like a 90% chance that you're going to earn 50 million
you are
plus
already,
in your
or you are
career.
going to be earning a max contract if you're in an all-star.
Right.
Right.
So giving up 25K for a loss.
And I want a player on each team to have to hand money to a player on the other team. Right. Like this is the only time I want them to do up the theatrics more. Normally the all-star, I'm like, enough with the theatrics. Can we just see the basketball? But this time I'm like, hand them a briefcase. I want cash on hand from losing team to winning team. That is, or a check signed to their fucking account. I want their money.
Not their foundation.
No,
not their charity of choice.
Money.
But here, Kevin Durant, you beat me.
Exactly. That was my proposed fix. I think, I don't know.
I like that. And DraftKings would sponsor it.
And DraftKings,
you know what I mean?
Shout out DraftKings.
Without question.
We'll go crazy.
Tyler, what did you think of the Mr. Beast $100,000 shot challenge?
Yeah, I gotta tap out for this part.
Motherfucking Mr. Beast. He might be the Antichrist. But I'm glad that the kid won it. I'm glad the kid won. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he didn't have to go fucking live by himself in a supermarket for 48 straight days to win it. You know what I'm saying? Just a half-court shot. But yeah.
He said the Antichrist. Did you do a deep dive on him? Because I don't think you weren't really as hip last time.
No, it's no. I'm hip to Mr. Beast.
Okay. I was the one that did not know who that dude was.
Okay.
Y'all have put me on.
He's an odd fellow. Like he does so much philanthropy and giving away, but it's just so much weird shit attached to it. It's like he's like if Jigsaw was like
it's tied to suffering.
Yeah,
so much
tied to suffering.
Yeah, the blessings are tied to suffering, which is always makes it a little weird. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't actually solve world hunger because then not be able to make more videos.
But then the fucking like and you got that people talk about this with college it's college football, isn't it, where they do the Dr. Pepper thing, and it's like if you do this challenge you won't be saddled with crushing student debt for the rest of your life.
I wanted to be in that challenge so bad.
But it was the same shit where they asked him and by the way, Mr. Beast, not a professional broadcaster, but they asked the kid who's participating, like, what are you going to do with the $100,000? And he was like, I'm going to save it and like help my family out and definitely like pay my tuition. It's just like,
that shit was dystopian as fuck, dog. I was like, this is not how I was watching that shit like this is not how society should be, bro. Like
not at all. And then you get Mr. Beast like yelling at him, shoot it now, hurry up and shoot it.
The NBA is going to cut the commercial. They're not going to give you a chance. He also kept announcing his producer notes. The producer in his ear, he just would say like 90 seconds left. And it's like, you guys actually did not mention a time limit on this challenge. So you're just saying what your producer is telling you out loud, bro. Like,
it was so funny when he was like, he's used to being the one who gets to control everything. He's used to being Jigsaw, the puppet master. So he's not used to like get people and things not happening for him. So he was like, Shaq, come out here.
Right. And then it was like, dude, you can't just beckon Shaq.
Kenny, come out.
That's what the pre-pro meeting
give
is
him a pep
for,
talk.
Mr.
Give him a pep
Beast.
talk. No, Shaq, please. No, please, Shaq, come out. Please come out.
And Kenny finally was like, all right, dog, we got to shut this motherfucker.
Don't get me started about Mr. Beast.
try to make Shaq do something for free. Do you know who Shaq is? You are not the general auto insurance, dog. You need to sock it to Shaq's pocket if you want him to do any motherfucking thing.
To his pocket.
You need to give that man $75 if you want him to walk over right now. But then the kid wins the challenge, and they put him in. I think it was Black Trey said, he was like, they put him in the dirtiest tub of money imaginable. Those were $1 bills, bro. Like they dropped that kid into a fucking petri dish.
$1 bills.
$1 bills have seen it all, dog.
We're gonna wake up to a story about him needing to use that money for his hospital bills, bro. No, I hope the best for the kid. It's not his fault, but
this is the wrong year for all that shit. Botulism is back, nigga.
RSV,
you know
RSV, bro.
Shit cracking out here, nigga.
The president's on national TV saying, "Did Mitch McConnell really have polio? I don't know. Did he? Did he really have polio?"
We have to talk about this.
No.
Bro, I'm telling.
I think the thing that made it extra dystopia was they had the mascots.
Real.
They had the mascots like fluffing the $1 bills over the kid. All right. The The only other note I had about the All-Star game, we could obviously talk about anything you guys want to talk about, was there were a lot of commercials. It felt like they really did drag I don't know if they need to make the target score 60 or something, but it did really feel like the players legitimately got cold. It felt like the breaks were so long. What did you think? I guess, Tyler, to your point, I'm kind of curious because I agree with what you're saying about the past versus now. Do you feel like that stuff makes it worse or makes it more like, nah, you got to throw some side dishes in because the steak is not what the steak used to be?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of up in the air on that, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
I really wish I would have enjoyed things when we had them. I truly could not have imagined the lack of care going into the All-Star game.
As Victor Wembanyama would say, John, c'est la vie.
We got a French nigga. The French are the future of the All-Star nigga. God bless, nigga, reading books before the game. That motherfucking Joker looked like, God damn. This is what I'll be watching for the next 10 years. I guess I'll skip this era. Bro, it was such a
Joker looked like he was gonna barf when Wemby told him he reads.
I read a book before every game, and bro, when I saw that, I was reading the cast. I'm a book reading ass nigga, and I was still like, nigga, fuck out of here with a book in my hand. You know what I'm saying? That nigga did this shit. I said, bro, I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. I don't know. Wemby is on the court, can't question anything, bro. But to be the face of the league, you got to be cool too. And I don't know if he got that. We'll see.
Because he reads.
I mean, nothing's wrong with reading, bro. Like, nigga, I read a book before every game. Nigga, shit that fucking LeVar Burton ass, weird ass, goofy shit the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Golly, bro. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. And also, this is an all-star game, bro. You sitting here. Come on, man. You gotta have some fun.
Every other game, John.
You feel like he's a little bit try-hardy.
A little bit. I mean, dude, like you said, we need try-hardy. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, we have enough cool. We have too much fucking cool. You know what I mean? But to be the face of the league and to be interested, there's a lot that comes with that. You know what I mean? So.
Let me I'm just gonna quickly Google what books does Victor Wembanyama
What's crazy is I will judge the fuck out of you. What books you read.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I was talking to somebody. I remember seeing her bookshelf.
Oh, voracious reader of fantasy novels, and his favorite author is Brandon Sanderson. Wow.
Who's Brandon? I'm not hip to Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson is like what let me see. Okay.
Fantasy novel sounds interesting. That sounds like
if George R.R. Martin is like the Pixies, Brandon Sanderson is like Blink-182. You know what I mean? Like very like popular, like Wizards on the cover fantasy, like very like
a little more mainstream.
Like in Game of Thrones, they're gonna talk about the old gods and the new, and in Brandon Sanderson books, they're gonna be like the 7 ruby crystals. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
But I still feel like fantasy reading, like being a hardcore fantasy reader, is like a true reader. That's not someone who's reading just to pose as a reader.
That's a fact. There is no status. That is not the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Right.
That's a real yearner. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to fucking read. He's not. He knows you don't know the title of this book. He doesn't give a fuck though.
He's getting something. He's getting in a positive headspace every time you read before the games. He's like, it is centering him.
He is leaving the planet. Like,
but
when
the fact that
he's finishing the book, that's for damn
makes so much sense because he is a character in one of them books, nigga. Where the fuck did you come from, bro? He's reading about hymns, nigga. You know what I mean? Unicorn ass nigga. So I guess it makes sense. But yeah, G, like, I didn't.
One of my hobbies.
Joker in his face and be like, I read before every game ever.
Yeah.
I didn't need, that was.
He said, one of my hobbies happens to be reading fantasy books. It's the one thing that allows me more than TV series, more than anything, to escape from the real world.
Love that. That makes sense, bro. It makes sense. You be
not
reading,
me, but I love that
going on. I mean, I'm surprised you aren't a reader, Jackson.
I used to be.
I truly am surprised.
I used to be.
Yeah.
know when his age is because
I
we
used to
allowed
see the
apps to
number,
cook their
reader.
brain.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I used to really crush pages, bro.
And you have the same brain. You still have the same brain. It's just
that
been
phone.
microwaved a little bit, bro.
Yeah, that phone put some
I like the
put
microwave.
some radio waves on that motherfucker.
I'm kind of
you
addicted
hear
to the
me?
microwave, bro.
Oh,
We know you're addicted. Everyone's addicted to the microwave. That's the point.
My nigga, what's crazy? We went to go get some food. We went to go grab some food at a restaurant, and I'm seeing like couples, like right in front of each other,
Yeah.
head down on the phone. I'm like,
she's right there.
bro. And it was the dude. It was the dude consistently. Yeah, like she's right there. And she's just like, I'm like, is this what the like nobody and it's just wild to me. Just wild to me. I wonder if our bodies are going to start evolving in a way that makes us because of these phones. Like how I see people bend over, you know what I'm saying, thumbs get longer, whatever the fuck. I don't know, but
the thing is, it takes several thousand years for evolutionary
devolving.
change to work its way through a gene pool. And like that's what the issue with all this stuff is as we've developed this technology. It happened 10 seconds ago in evolutionary biology terms. So like we have no chance for our brain to catch up to what we're creating, like the world for us to live in. Anyway, Dookie Butt of the Week. Tyler, who's your Dookie Butt of the Week?
Dog. Keyshawn Davis, shout out to the homie. One you was going to
go ahead.
I'll let you. No. You're way more tapped in on the boxing shit, so I'll let you have it.
Who gives a fuck, nigga? Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay, well, fuck it then.
We're the same Dookie Butt. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. He fought Dennis Baranchik, Ukrainian dude, and in the build up to the fight, Keyshawn Davis posted some pictures that got sent to his hotel room of a box of bananas and watermelon.
And with a letter.
Yeah, with a letter, you know, saying some racist shit. And you know, Keyshawn made light work of that dude, knockout in round 3. There's speculation that Teofimo Lopez might have done it because Teofimo Lopez posted a video, you know.
They have video of it. It wasn't him.
Yeah, well, they're saying he might have sent it. Like he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's speculation that he might have sent it because he posted a video. He posted a response to Keyshawn's video of him
eating
confronting
a banana, laughing at
and he was So there's speculation that Teofimo Lopez might did it, but whoever did it, whether it was Baranchik's camp or Lopez, that's my Dookie Butt of the Week because that is some like, bro. I heard about the show. I was like, dog, this is some 1936 racism. This is some shit Joe Louis would have went through. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, and that's my thing about racists is that y'all are just so bland. Y'all are just dry as fuck. You've been using the same jokes for 130 years. Like, dog, it's just, yeah. But anyway, I'm glad Keyshawn Davis knocked the motherfucker out regardless if he had anything to do with it or not, because that kid is on the rise. You know, we had a chance to kick it with him in Norfolk. I like that kid on a personal level and respect him as an athlete. He's incredible. And, dog, he's really on the come up. So shout out to Keyshawn and fuck whoever sent that shit.
And the way he beat that nigga ass was to the body. Like you could hit me out. I'll go out for a little bit. I might be hurt for like, you know, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll be cool. You know, I might have a hard evening. You hit me to the body, I'm gonna be grabbing my kids 4 days from now and feeling your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, beat his ass the fuck up. You know, got his ass the fuck out of there. Keyshawn is special. I think he's right up there with anybody in that weight class. And he's one of the best boxers in the world right now, bro. He was talking shit to the wrong one, but yeah, like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like that throwback ass fucking racism. I don't know if it was Teofimo or Baranchik, but take that shit back to Ukraine. We do systemic racism over here, fuck nigga. Grow up, nigga. we do DEI and hire white women, nigga. The fuck you talking about?
Create inescapable poverty, fuck nigga.
Right, nigga. You fuck you mean, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Send a box of
heard of the line called affirmative action, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to see some creativity, like some 30-year mortgage applications and shit. Right, that's what you're looking for.
Right. Shit.
So that's both y'all Dookie Butt.
Yeah, that was
I just want to make sure we get it for the poll. Remember, if you're in the chat, we need your Dookie Butt, and we also need you to vote on our Dookie Butts. Jackson, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
My Dookie Butt of the week is Justin Tucker for joining Deshaun Watson in the nasty man coalition in the NFL. It seems
Justin Tucker, the kicker.
Justin Tucker, the kicker, had like a couple weeks ago when the Ravens were still in the playoffs. I believe there was one report of one masseuse who alleged very similar things that were alleged about Deshaun Watson. It was one person, and then yesterday, I want to say it was, or today, 7 more came out and have alleged the same thing. So it's fuck Justin Tucker around here.
Yeah, dog. And there was a tweet from like 2017 or some shit.
No,
from someone
you sent us that of someone saying, "I know."
Yeah, I know some shit about Justin Tucker and some masseuses, and if this shit ever gets out, like, yeah,
it's nasty man era for Justin Tucker.
Yeah,
fuck Justin Tucker.
It's fuck Justin Tucker.
Josh, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
Oh,
yeah. Whoever runs the White House social media accounts. I don't know if you saw on Valentine's Day, they tweeted a picture of Donald Trump, and I don't even know who the other guy is, but as a poem says, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Come here illegally, and we'll deport you." Fuck those guys. That's it. Just fuck those guys, because it's not about legality. It's not about the law. It's about being mean to brown people, and those people go straight to hell. And
having that jokingly said from the White House, like,
it's fucking insane.
Twitter account is
Sorry, Somi. Sorry.
Hey,
she can't hear you.
Can't hear.
Somi, can you say go to hell?
Only words she can't say is hate, bro. We don't give a fuck about fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Somi, can you say go to hell?
Like, you're fucking beautiful. You know what I mean? She can't hear you.
I know. That's why I'm.
Hate never ends well. You know what I mean? So
it just it blows my mind that we have an administration, or just that, like, that's our country right now, that they feel comfortable tweeting something like that. That is insane. Even if your views on immigration are strict and conservative, that should still be unacceptable. That's insane.
My Dookie Butt of the week is the unmoisturized. We got a care package from Topicals. From My Topicals.
I was gonna flex on these niggas.
Thank you so much to everyone at My Topicals. But we shouted them out on our previous podcast, and they sent us all some nice stuff. My daughter immediately rated the box, and literally when I walked back into the room, she had taken Post-it notes and written Maya on them and just stuck them on everything that she wanted. And Vinny rated it for a Valentine's Day present for his friend. That he put in a little package for her. So. Appreciate you, My Topicals.
Wow.
Greatly.
That's a smart move from Vinny.
Black-owned business, black woman-owned business. You feel me?
Shout out. Also, the packaging, cute as hell.
Hella cute. Rather open that box like it was hers.
I did a whole unboxing.
It was great. Yeah, and it was.
It
was. She was like, "Oh, there's 2 everything here."
I was thinking that's incredibly smart business from Topicals to send us 2 of everything. Incredibly smart business.
So we're a #WifeGuyPod. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they know. Sure, they know the vibes. Shout out.
Yeah.
They gotta take care of it. Yeah, but actually, my wife and I didn't get to any of it. So if y'all want to send me another one, my kids are playing off with that shit. Like,
bro, people love Topicals so much that, like, my homie said his lady saw my shit and hit him like, "Yo, run up in John's shit and take his shit, bro." Nigga, hey, we need that. You know what I mean?
People are crashing out over Topicals,
you
bro.
Feel me? They like, nigga, hey, women are asking me, "Yo, can you tell me how this is?" I've been looking at that, but you know what I mean? I might become a motherfucking moisturized influencer, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might get online and give some ratings. You hear what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I was FaceTiming Kim when the package came and I opened them, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited to try this one." And she goes, "Oh, you want to try those?" And I was like, "Oh, I see what this is. You thought these were all for you. I see what this is."
You're like, "Yes, I want to try and use all of it.
All of them.
Hi, Somi.
2 of everything."
Can you say hi? Everybody saying hi to you. Can you say hi? You shy?
Hi.
Then say hi.
Who's the chat's Dookie Butt of the week, Jackson?
The Chad's Dookie Butt of the week was sort of an even split between Adam Silver and Draymond Green.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
They didn't like the
I'm going to say this about Adam Silver. I think that Adam Silver, I respect that he is trying stuff with the All-Star game. And I respect it in his press conferences and his media tour before this weekend. He said last year was unacceptable, like, to me and to viewers. And I understand that. And he's not like hiding from that. People don't like the fix. Okay. But I respect that they're trying something. And to John and Tyler's point about, are we watching next year or whatever? I like that they're trying different stuff and they're trying to fix it. So that keeps me engaged. And I did like the format this year. So but everyone he's trying to ask to save the All-Star weekend is richer than him. So I don't know I don't know how much leverage he's got.
I want to change my Dookie, but is Josh on camera?
Yeah.
Can they see this head of hair that he hates?
Yeah, okay. I'll bring it back.
I'm gonna disrespect this nigga, man. You feel me? I'm sorry. Yeah, I did say hate. My bad. I can't say hate. We don't say hate in this household. That head of hair that Josh dislikes. How unfortunate is that? Look at all that hair. You kissed my ball spot.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, no. I don't. It's not bald yet. It's like getting light up there. And so I always joke about having a bald spot. You know what I'm saying? It's getting light at the top and at the crown where the what's the name at? And so he came on me one day and was like, I kissed Daddy's bald spot. I'm like, nigga, it ain't bald yet. Damn, shorty, you hear me? When it gets thick though, you can tell when I grow it out a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, and this nigga got all this, and he talking about something. I don't like this.
Childhood trauma, man. Childhood trauma.
Hey, if you're listening to this, I don't care if you're Josh or you're just a fan of the show. Everything everyone told you when you were a kid was bullshit.
It doesn't matter.
What adults told you was bullshit, and what the kids were telling you was bullshit. You gotta let all of it go, bro. You gotta let all of it go. Everything that was said to you before you were 25 years old was facts, completely unfactual. Every single thing. Even the things that were true.
Google back then, nigga. Come on, G. Niggas was Yahoo and shit. Come on, we know that fucking search
Alta Vista. Some girl who has used Alta Vista to look up MapQuest directions had an opinion about Josh's hair.
They call me homeless, bro. She called me homeless.
I mean,
you look homeless.
It was because you ain't do shit with your hair. It wasn't because your hair didn't have good. If you would have put some mousse or something in that motherfucker, moisturizing, whatever the fuck.
I never heard someone pronounce the U in mousse before.
You know what I'm saying? Mousse. I pronounce both S's in that bitch too. Some mousse in that motherfucker. Some mousse. Put some mousse in that motherfucker. You feel me? That shit would have went crazy, man. It was just, ill prepared. That's all it was, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. 2 episodes coming up this week. The first episode, I believe on Tuesday, we're talking about the first Love is Blind drops. I've had a lot of people tweeting at me asking about the Love is Blind stuff. We will be doing Love is Blind recaps. And again, we're talking about the pods episodes on Tuesday. So tap in then, and we'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye. Somebody maybe got banished to a room.
Because you said the B word too many times.